Hi, good morning students. I am Vaishakhi Shah from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In last lecture, we started our module which is called Open Channel Flow in our subject Fluid Mechanics and Hydraulics. Now in today's session, we will discuss some important derivation related to this chapter Open Channel Flow. Okay, we will quickly revise that. What do you mean by open channel flow? Okay, as you can see this, the stream or the water in this stream which is open to atmosphere. So this flow in this river or stream is called open channel flow. In an open channel flow, only atmospheric pressure is acting on a river, or you can differentiate it from flow through the pipes. Okay, so we will start our first theory, most economical section of this channel. As you can see this channel is constructed by concrete or by any other material. Okay, so what is the criteria for most economical section of this channel? So first of all, what do you mean by most economical section? Okay, what indicate most economical section? So the section of a channel is said to be most economical when the cost, remember that the cost of construction of this channel is minimum. When you are designing any channel with minimum cost of construction, that section is called most economical section of the channel. But the cost of the construction of channel depends on excavation and the lining. As you can see, this is your lining of your channel, or you excavate this channel, and to keep the cost minimum, the wetted perimeter should be minimum for given discharge. Remember that for minimum cost you should require wetted perimeter minimum for given value of discharge. Now we will discuss this most economical section of channel in detail. Okay, let's see. Our first theory is most economical rectangular channel. Okay, as you can see in this diagram, here rectangular shape is given. Width of rectangle is B and depth of rectangle is D. Okay, depth of rectangle is D and width of this rectangle is B. Here we are considering a rectangular channel with width B and depth D. Okay, so the condition for most economical section, it is that for given area B into D, here area is B into D. So for given area the perimeter should be minimum. The perimeter should be minimum. So we are considering rectangular channel. As you can see in this diagram, here we are considering a rectangular channel. This is your height, which we indicate as D, height or depth of the channel, and this is your base width, which we indicate as B. So we are considering here a rectangular channel with depth D and width B. Okay, so now for this channel, here B is a width of the channel and D is a depth of the channel. So area of the flow, which is indicated as capital A. So capital A equals to B into D, width into depth. A equals to B into D. Now if we have to find out perimeter, then perimeter is indicated as P, and here perimeter of this rectangular channel is first B, as you can see B, second D, which is your depth D, and third is again D. So perimeter of this rectangular channel P equals to B plus D plus D. Okay, so you can write down as B plus 2D. B, base and 2 sides. So base plus 2 sides, B plus 2D. Okay, now making B as your subject, then B equals to A upon D. B equals to A upon D. Now putting value of B in the equation, placing value of B in the equation of perimeter, then you get perimeter P equals to A upon D, because we are replacing B with A upon D. So, P equals to A by D plus 2D. Clear? P equals to A by D plus 2D. This is equation for perimeter, where A indicates area, D indicates depth, and again D indicates your depth. Okay? Now, for most economical channel, perimeter should be minimum. We discussed earlier that for most economical channel, your perimeter should be minimum. Remember that. Okay. So, here we can apply this condition for most economical channel, perimeter P should be minimum. So, here dP by dd equals to 0. dP by dd equals to 0. Differentiation of perimeter with respect to depth. So, dP by dd equals to 0. Now, again B, that is your width, and D, that is your depth. Here we applied the condition dP by dd equals to 0. Now, placing the equation for P, as we find out P equals to A upon D plus 2D. Now, placing the equation of P here, then you get D by dd into A upon D plus 2D equals to 0. Okay, placing equation of P in the equation. Clear? So, now differentiating this equation, you get minus A upon D square plus 2 equals to 0. Differentiating with respect to D. So, you get that minus A upon D square plus 2 equals to 0. Now, from the equation you can write down as A equals to 2D square. Capital A equals to 2D square. By rearranging this equation, you get that capital A equals to 2D square. Okay. Now, here as we know that what is capital A? Yes, A is the area of that rectangular channel. Now, area you can write down as B into D. So, replace capital A with B into D, width into depth, width and depth. So, capital A equals to B into D equals to 2D square. Okay. We replaced capital A, area of the channel, with B into D. So, here is your equation that B into D equals to 2D square. So, you get that B equals to 2 into D. Here dd cancelled. So, you get B equals to 2 into D. What is B? Width of the channel, and what is D? Depth of the channel. Okay. So, here for most economical rectangular section, your width must be equals to 2 times your depth. We derive this here. Okay. Now, moving further in this theory, now we have to find out hydraulic mean depth, and the equation of hydraulic mean depth M equals to A upon P. Remember this equation for hydraulic mean depth, and hydraulic mean depth is indicated as small m equals to A upon P, area upon perimeter. Capital A indicates area and P indicates perimeter. So, M equals to A upon P. Here we have the equation for area and perimeter. So, placing that equation here, area, that is B into D. So, area equals to B into D, and perimeter P equals to B plus 2D. B plus 2D. Okay. So, you here your B equals to 2 times into D. We just derive this step here. Width equals to 2 times into depth. So, replaced B with 2 into D. So, equation become 2 into D, because B width equals to 2 into D. So, 2D into D divide by 2D plus 2D. Okay. Replacing B with 2 into D. So, you get D by 2. Here d cancel. So your final equation for M is d by 2. Now what is M? M is your hydraulic mean depth. So for most economical rectangular section, hydraulic mean depth M should be equals to d by 2, where d is depth of the channel. This is your condition for most economical rectangular section. M equals to d by 2 and B equals to 2d. B equals to 2d and M equals to d by 2. These two are the conditions for most economical rectangular section. Clear? Okay. Now in next topic, where this equation we will use for solving examples. The theory called Manning's formula. You have to remember the formula only. Now according to this formula, the value of Chase's constant, we studied Chase's constant, which is indicated as C. So the value of Chase's constant C equals to, if in any examples C is not given, that C is called Chase's constant, then you can find out C by using Manning's formula. So C equals to 1 upon N, 1 upon capital N into M raised to 1 upon 6. Remember this formula to find out C. C is called Chase's constant. Okay. What is small m here? Small m indicates hydraulic mean depth. Hydraulic mean depth, which is A upon P. M equals to A by P. And here capital N, that is Manning's coefficient. Manning's coefficient, and Manning's coefficient depends on nature of the boundary surface of the channel. It is prismatic or non-prismatic, artificial or natural. So Manning's constant depends on boundary surface of the channel, and its value varies from 0.01 for glass, and for PVC it is 0.04, and the value will be more for natural boulder streams. Okay. So you have to remember the equation only. This formula is to used to find out Chase's constant, and it is called Manning's formula. Okay. So we will conclude our lecture here. Now in next lecture we will discuss some more derivation in chapter called open channel flow, and we will derive some, we will also solve some examples in this chapter. Okay. Goodbye.